Okay folks, I'm going to do a juice review here for a couple from myvapejuice.com. First thing I noticed when I got these two in the mail was that it looked like they had been crushed. Okay, it's not necessarily the bottle that's been crushed, it's just an oval shape, and the stickers tend to want to come off. Okay, so if you leave them sit, they'll basically come on out around the corner and hang out, which I don't know, it's one of those things. If you're into the aesthetics, you probably won't like that. You want to keep the labels on there so you know what you got. They don't fall off, but it does bend around there, and you know, not the coolest thing in the world, but definitely not a deal breaker. Okay, their presentation is pretty nice. Okay, it's a lot better than some of the other juice that I've done reviews on, or was going to. To be honest, if I don't like a juice, I'm not going to review it, because I don't want to say bad things about people. I don't want to turn people away from something that they might like. And so if I put out there that I don't like a flavor, I just don't think that it's fair, because taste is subjective. So I'm going to be reviewing these two. I like both of them. The presentations are nice. One thing that I can say that I don't like is the fact that they don't have child-proof caps, and I have kids, so I've got to make sure that these are up out of their reach. So they sit right up there somewhere, right around where the camera's at. Okay. The two flavors that I got, one is Nemo and one is Tropico, and they're both 18 milligrams. They are 30% PG, 70% VG. Okay, I did receive these free of charge, won them in a contest on ECF, and I like them, so I am going to help spread the word about it, because everybody who likes sweet dessert type of vapes like me is gonna like these as well too, or at least we hope that they will. Okay, like I said, taste is subjective. The first one here is Tropico. Before I do this part of it though, as far as the MrVapeJuice.com website, when you're on there, they give a nice description of each flavor, okay, which is a good thing, because you're not just buying things from the name, okay, or from somebody else's description of them, okay. And the reason that I say that is because I could give a description that is completely different from what the manufacturer is actually putting in the description, because they know what's in there, they know what they're tasting. Something, a mint to me might be chocolate to somebody else, you know what I mean? So it's really cool that they put that in there. Another cool thing about it is, for one, the prices aren't that bad. For two, you can actually customize your juices, okay? As far as the PG-VG ratios, you can go from 0 PG, 100% VG. Of course, you can go 30% PG, 40% PG, 50% PG, 60, 70, and then 100% PG. So there is a nice range. I know a lot of places have either 1 to 3. So, you know, this is above and beyond in that respect. As far as the nic levels, they go from 0 milligrams on up to 36 milligrams. So that would be stepping up from 0, 6, 12, 18, 24, and 36. Okay? Excuse my children. They don't have anybody watching them when I'm doing these, so they're kind of all over the place. I hope that they'll stay in there and watch TV or play with their toys, but they don't always do that. Anyway, so what you can do, your fourth choice, okay? The first choice is the amounts, which go from 6, 10, and 30. Okay, 30 milliliters for 10 bucks, that ain't bad. And then the second one is the PG-VG ratio, third nicotine level, fourth flavor strength. And what the flavor strength is, you can go with their proprietary recipes. You can go with add a flavor shot for 50 cents, or you can say cut it down just a tad. Okay, and then they also have a fifth step, which is menthol. Okay, you can go with the proprietary recipe, you can go No thanks, no menthol for me. You can go yes please, just a tad, yes please, an average amount, and yes please, and hit it hard. And the hit it hard is 35 extra cents. Okay. And then the sixth step is a proprietary recipe. The no sweetener for me, no thanks. Excuse me. Yes please, just a tad. Yes please, and hit it hard for 25 more cents. Okay. If I didn't add any money behind that, then that means it's free. Okay. So you got 6 choices. Very nice, customizable juices here. Okay. With that being said, this juice is nice and clean looking. It vapes really well. Okay, so let me just show you the vapor production here with the Tropico. This is with a Joy E atomizer, and it is at 1.4 ohms. Okay, only 3.7 left on my battery, but I want to get a little bit more production than that. I think I'm drying out just a tad. Okay, and I am at 3.3 volts. Okay. That's what I like about the gripper. Sometimes it will do that to you. Okay, so what this one says it's a tropical drink. Okay, it's nice flavor. It's fruity, of course. It's nice and smooth without adding more flavor. It's not in your face. I went with everything proprietary, so didn't add anything, didn't take anything away, just said, okay, give it to me the way you guys think it should be made. Okay, so if I could go back, I would ask for a little bit more flavoring. No extra menthol, but I would ask for more flavor, more sweetener probably. However, it's really good, nice and smooth, and I definitely like it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next one. And I'm just going to describe this the way that I would normally describe it, just like I did with the Tropico. But then I'm going to read what they say, and I'm going to demonstrate basically what some of the difference would have been had they not gave all that information, and that was very helpful. Okay, so. This is a Phoenix clone, by the way, on the Sigelli Z-Max. The Nemo is a fruitier flavor as well. It's more like a good wine cooler, and it's something that I would say you would go up to the bar and you were to order it, and it may be something that you never tried, but then it turns out that you actually liked it, so you're going to order another one. And that's basically kind of like what the Nemo is. It just reminds me of something that, you know, you would drink at the bar, I guess, you know, some nice fruity drink. And it's really hard to pinpoint that. So here's where the description comes in handy. Okay, this is our take on a popular Nemo drink. Okay, so they do mention it is like a drink, so I was kind of right. Okay, it is a blend of lemon and mango and watermelon and other great ingredients. Naturally, slightly sweet, so our original recipe has no sweetener added. Okay, now with this one, I would probably want a little bit more flavoring, but it's really hard to know if you put a little bit more flavoring in there just how it was going to be. Okay, so Taste is subjective. I'm going to say that a million times before I quit vaping in my lifetime. But the Nemo, out of both of them, I would say has a slight edge. But for either one of these to be on my top 5 or top 10 list, I'd say something needs to be done with them. There is a lot of juice out there, and I've tried a lot of juice, so that's not saying anything negative about these juices, but it's just that they're missing something that makes me go, oh my god, I gotta have more.